Is dirt underrated? A few weeks ago, a subscriber challenged me to build a mansion fully in dirt, so I accepted the challenge and contacted him in Discord to discuss the rules. I can use any block I want for the terrain that's around the mansion. I can use brown glass because there's no dirt glass. I can use spruce, but only for the stairs, slabs and fences. And finally, the most important rule, I can use the Chisel mod. Chisel is a mod that adds a ton of variations of blocks into Minecraft, including dirt ones, which helped me so much for adding depth and details to the mansion. At the end of the video, I am going to show you the result I would get if I didn't use Chisel, and you'll see what I mean. Also, since I'm using Chisel, I can't seem to render replay mod with shaders, so sorry about that. However, you still get a cinematic with shaders. One last thing before we start, we've just hit 100 subscribers, which is awesome, so thank you everyone. I hope we'll reach out to even more people in the future. Anyway, with that being said, enjoy this video. First of all, I started up Word Painter to make the map. I'm going for a big spruce forest with a river splitting in two, a hill in the center, which is where the mansion will go. As you can see, this is the result. It's not a very large map, but it still gives it that nice autumn vibe. Alright, it's time to get building. Really? A problem right now? So as I started building, I noticed that the day cycle was left enabled, so I disabled it again, and for some reason the command was bugged and it still didn't let me change the game rule. I tried installing the 1.16 versions of Chisel where this didn't happen, but I quickly realized 1.16 Chisel just removed dirt. So I went back in 1.12 and set a repeating command block that sets the time to day, and turns out that actually worked. So I started working on the shape of the building. Overall, it's just a U with some towers at the borders of the frontal entrance. However, I will add more variations like balconies later. After that's done and the basement is adjusted, I started working on the main door, making it pretty tall and rounded to the corners. As you may have seen a lot of times on my channel now, I only have to build half of the building and then flip it to the other side. I'm also adding the first windows next to the door, some balconies near the future towers, and finally I adjusted the entrance with some stairs to enter the building. And now it's time to work on the other walls, starting with the tower. I decided to make a very basic one. As you can see, I used spruce for the variations I didn't have in dirt. Then I worked on another wall with larger windows. You can also notice that there's plenty of depth as I'm using 3 layers of blocks to make the walls. On the center of the wall, I built 2 balconies that connect to break the repetitive window pattern. And for the windows, I found this cool glass pane that Chisel had, so I did not hesitate in using it. Then I completed the other walls inside the courtyard and added a second entrance aligned with the first one. After that, it's time to make the second floor. This one is a few blocks shorter than the first one, but overall it's the same technique, which means I only have to build a wall sample and then paste it, sometimes using variations like walls without windows, because let's be honest, not all walls in real life have windows. Then I added some stairs to the back entrance and added more depth by moving some walls a few blocks forward. Finally, it's time to work on the roof. I used the darker dirt variations I could find. Obviously, it would have been a lot cooler with like brown terracotta, but we're sticking to dirt. I started building a very basic roof for this style of building, but you'll see later on I will add a ton of details. I also worked on our roof for the towers, and for some reason I couldn't find anything that looked good and tried multiple times before finding something acceptable. Then I extended a bit the road so they reached to the entrances of the building and started working on the courtyard. And now it's time to finish the roof. On the front side I built another roof on the top of the first one with towers next to it and on top of the towers on the extremities. Then I moved to the lateral roof and added more little windows inside the roof to detail it more, as long with some chimneys. Finally I added another taller roof at the edge of the courtyard. While we're talking about courtyard, it's time to move there and add some decorations to it, like greenery, fountains and 2 statues fully made of dirt, finishing the path that connects both entrances. And with that done, it's time for the cinematic. That's it, I hope you enjoyed. I think it's time to answer the first question of the video. Is dirt underrated? And the answer is no, it's absolutely horrible for building, and I did this only to entertain you guys. As promised, this is what it would have looked like without Chisel, and it's even worse. So yeah, choose your blocks wisely. Anyway, it's time for me to go. Gotta work on a 200 creative days video. Goodbye.